Hello guys, welcome. I am Samantha the Introvert, and today I want to give you my personal recap on episode 7 of PitBabe series 2. So let's get into it. Okay, so everyone is celebrating with their wins, but of course Charlie and Babe is not there because they're busy. Meanwhile, we see Charlie and Babe talking as if it's the sweetest sex they had and it calmed everything, every trouble they had over the days. But, well, at least to Babe, that's how it felt. But sadly, that is not the case because Charlie still felt the same as he was. He said that he has forgiven Babe and still loves Babe, but he needs space and time away from Babe. And of course, that information is not sitting right with Babe because he's not happy with that decision. Charlie is still the same person since season 1, and even now, he will always do anything and everything to protect Babe. Then we see Tony meeting up with Willie to discuss the main plan, but Willie is having second thoughts, and of course, Tony belittled him just like he did Kenta, and none of these people deserve such treatment. Tony said Willie owes him his life because he saved him when he had nothing. Willie is different from the others, that I can tell you. You see, when Tony found Willie, he was like in a total drama island survival mode skills. He literally fought to survive. Willie was getting punched up, but Homeboy laughed it off like he's Joker on drugs. But Tony found Willie, well, when he found Willie, he's not in a wheelchair, so I wonder why he used the wheelchair. Sadly, though, when Tony found Willie, he was just an ordinary person until Tony turned him into an alpha with abilities, but we still do not know what ability Willie has. Tony is never going to be a good person. We do know that he is going by a plan. We're not sure what that plan is, but we know it's not good. The sad part of it is Tony took this boy off the streets and straight to testing him the same day. We then see Alan coming in and immediately saw the tension between Sonic and North. Honestly, there are huge mystery in itself. Anyway, this is a moment which is the calm before the storm because in came Charlie and Jeff to tell everyone that he is quitting the team, but will not tell them the reason, and Alan was not happy with this sudden decision. I'm sure deep down Charlie thinks he's doing the right thing, but in reality you put a lot on your shoulders, sir. While at the condo, Jeff came with Charlie to confirm that Charlie really is sure that he made a good decision. Charlie said yes and that it is for the best. Oh, and by the way, Jeff was not in on any of the idea that Charlie was about to leave the team. Also, Charlie told Jeff about Willie working for Tony and what Tony's plan is. Yet again, you see how fast Charlie got this information, and Babe is still clueless. Now that Charlie filled Jeff in on the situation, Charlie asked Jeff to not tell Babe or let him suspect anything. Back home, Alan sees Jeff coming in late and asks where he was, but Jeff lied. I am shocked to see that he will never tell Alan the lies. Then came Babe, who told Alan and Jeff that Charlie never came home and that he can't sleep alone, and asking if he can sleep at their place, which Alan agrees without hesitation. Babe then thought it was a good idea to touch Jeff to ask Jeff he can see his future, to see how if he will die and if he will die before Charlie. Then early in the morning, Alan went to Kim's place to do some practice boxing, which was not on Kim's bucket list. But all while doing all this, I ain't gonna lie you, I was not paying attention to whatever they were saying. I was solely focused on Garfield and his body. But yet Alan's shoulder pain keeps coming in. And worst part is he refused to go to the hospital to get it checked. We are literally going in episode 8 and I am yet to see Kenta and Kim moment. Later, Pete calls Kenta to meet and talk. Honestly, Pete needs to focus on his own heart problem. Oh, and by the way, just in case you're wondering, Kim was the one that drove Kenta. Without Kim, Kenta can't leave anywhere. Back to these two lovers. Charlie's packing his stuff to move out and Baby's not happy about it, but he also do not know the reason and Charlie will not tell him. Charlie tries to lighten the mood and make sure that Babe lessen his alcohol drinking and told Babe that he can call Charlie anytime he has trouble sleeping. Babe then tries to reason with Charlie, even trying to convince Charlie to stay and talking things out, but that did not work. Let me tell you something. Babe was trying everything, and it's not just this scene, but the entire episode. Now remember, Charlie and Babe tactics to solving problem is sex. So Babe is trying to do that, but Charlie saw through what Babe was doing. He did get some kisses through all of it though. Charlie made it clear that this is not an issue or argument situation. This is just that for now it's best to give each other space. I swear, with the light, it's like touched by an angel and he's going towards the light, right to heaven, like he's dead. I will never stop praising Pavel's acting because he will make you cry with him. Anyways, Kim and Kenta got a tip from Pete about a past athletic swimmer who was tested by Tony but left him when he ran away and hid. Now they are out to find him and they found the location but they don't know exactly where in this location. Then the man tries to run from Kenta and Kim after he saw them looking for him. Let me tell you this. Let's just say that Tony just left this man mentally traumatized. When they finally got a hold of the guy before he literally ran away from them, he described his torturer. And how he described it, they don't really need him anymore because Kenta figured out it was Tony. Now at the garage, Alan told everyone that Dean will be the next racer to replace Charlie. I do not trust Dean even now, but at least he finally got the thing that he wanted to do in season 1. After Dean and Alan left and everyone else went back to work, we see Babe changing his cheerful expression. Babe then went to Jeff because he noticed that Jeff is avoiding him, and that indicates that Jeff knows something and is hiding it from Babe. Jeff then told Babe everything about why Charlie left and where Charlie is right now. Babe went straight to Charlie. The reason Babe got inside the condo is because Charlie carelessly left the door open, hoping that Jeff would come. Babe revealed that he knows about Tony and why Charlie chose to leave, but Babe said if Charlie wants to move away, he will go to him instead of Charlie moving away from him. No matter how much Charlie pushed him away, Babe will move forward towards him. Yet again, Babe tries to solve this problem with sex by spicing up the mood, but it didn't work even though I know Charlie was holding on to what little power he had left. Charlie manages to end the temptation and Babe tells him that he will never leave Charlie's side because he loves him and asks Charlie to promise to not push him away. Babe put the ring on the counter and told Charlie to wear it or not if he wants to rest with him, but he also told Charlie he's not planning on leaving. Then we see Alan being a big boy and finally going to the hospital to check on his shoulder. Jeff decided to stay. As soon as Alan left though, Jeff started seeing something. He started seeing himself walking around the room. His ability is getting worse and that is either he's hallucinating or seeing possible future or past. Well damn, when Babe said he was not planning on leaving, he meant it. Charlie is really not forcing him to leave either. But seeing that Charlie chose not to wear the ring bothered Babe's poor heart, but again, he understand why. If determination was a person, it's Babe. So this is the final stretch to attempt for solving things with sex. But first we need to prepare and get consent from the other party. The plan is to get ear wet and ask Papa to dry Mama's hair to then get to the next final step. Babe must be in eat. He must be because the entire episode Babe wants sex from Charlie. Well, I think I do not have to tell you, but yes, the plan of Operation Sex work. And every time they having sex, Jeff calls. But this time, well, all the time, it's very important, but no one hears. And since Jeff could not get Charlie, Alan was the next person. And Jeff tells Alan that his ability is putting his body at a worse problem. But that's not even the worst problem. Jeff is driving while going through all this. And it got bad because now he crashed the car and he got injured. Alan later called Charlie to tell him what happened and told him that Jeff is in the hospital. Jeff woke up with everyone there and Jeff tells them that he's seen double of everything. I know we're in crisis, but they had sex, literally just had sex a moment ago, and they put on the same clothes. I mean, babe, I understand. Charlie, you had many clothes, sir. You know how bad Jeff is. It's about time to wrap up on this experiment they need to solve because it can't go on any further. They need to wrap it up. They need to find out and fast. At night, when everyone is asleep, Charlie went to Jeff and used his ability to absorb Jeff's power. To be honest, Charlie's basically the exact thing that he's trying to create in the lab. Jeff then woke up and see what Charlie is doing and tries to stop him, but due to the excessive amount of things that's happening right now and the excessive amount of chakra, I gotta say it, chakra that Charlie's taking, they both collapsed. Okay guys, that is the end of my personal recap on episode 7 of PitBabe series 2. Stay tuned for episode 8.